He told me to read about Bezalel months ago, but I didn't until November. Was it even November? Either November or December, I can't remember. And I was blown away. Okay, so you can read Exodus chapter 31, chapter 35. Just read from chapter 30 and to the end. If you want to get the whole picture, start from chapter 1 of the book of Exodus to know how did we get to chapter 31. So I went back and I started reading about Bezalel and Oholiab. I hope I'm saying their names correctly. So I'm going to read some things because this is very important to what the Holy Spirit taught me. So I started reading about Bezalel in Exodus. I read chapter 31 through 39 or 40. But reading these chapters blew my mind. So many revelations as I was reading. I'm reading from my journal, all right? Okay, so stay with me. Bezalel was not the one that received the instructions for constructing, designing, and executing God's instructions. Who did? Moses. Moses was the one that God spoke to, gave him the dimensions, how high, how wide, how everything, the length, the depth, the width, everything, the color, the size, the type of wood, the material. God was very detailed with his instructions to Moses. So Moses was the vessel, the carrier of the vision from God. Moses received all the instructions, including dimensions and all the details. Bezalel and Oholiab were specially chosen, and you can read Exodus chapter 31, verse 1 to 11. Bezalel was specially chosen by God. Even Moses told told Bezalel, told the children of Israel, Bezalel has been chosen. He's going to do X, Y, and Z, and Oholiab is going to be his assistant. And the Spirit of God, God has given them the spirit of wisdom, of craftsmanship. The Holy Spirit was upon them, okay, for them to be able to do all that God instructed Moses to be done. So as I continue reading through the book of Exodus, I saw that God filled them, filled who? Bezalel and Oholiab with his wisdom. They crafted, they built, and did everything that Moses had told them according to God's own plan, not their own plan. The Holy Spirit had to hit that several times in my mind. I kept going back. Rhoda, it was not Bezalel's plan. It wasn't Oholiab's plan. It wasn't Moses' plan. These dimensions, colors, details, everything was God's plan. But Oholiab, Bezalel, they were vessels. They were vessels filled with the Spirit of God, filled with the wisdom of God, filled with craftsmanship, filled with everything that they needed to do. So as I kept reading, this stood out to me that these vessels, Bezalel and Oholiab, they did not argue with God. They did not argue with Moses.